Time for an update on the front panel in this 2002. Let's find out what we've done to sort the rust out. So if you've been following along and watching, you'll know that we are not getting a whole front panel. So Dad here is fabricating a part to fix all the rusty bits, and we got a front lower panel coming. So let's check out and see what he's done to date.
This was the front panel when it started, and we found plenty of rust and bad repairs through the front of the outside of the panel. So I cut this on the ends, and basically it fell off from the bottom because there was nothing left connecting it together. So that was the first part we removed, and that revealed the second part that I removed, which is the front chassis member, which sits up underneath the front of the vehicle. And I just drilled out the spot welds across the front panel, cut either end where it was welded to the chassis, and took it out intact so I could copy the shape to make the new panel. Now I've just transferred that shape to the new panel steel. Same thickness, 1.2 millimeters thick, and I just copied the dimensions of one to the other, and this is the basic panel before we fill in all the gaps and weld it all together. And we have had the first fitting, which actually fits pretty good. I was quite surprised how close it was for the first fitting. I can't finish off the lower part of the front until we get the new front lower panel, so I can finish off the shape of the bottom of this panel. So basically I've got two little slots to fill in at either end, and then I will shape it to the front panel when it turns up.
Cool.
And this was all made with basic tools. Piece of wood, couple of edges, packing pieces to make the curves in the ends, hammers, couple of bits of metal, and a vise. That's basically all you need to make anything. It just takes a little bit of time, that's all.
And some goddamn willpower. So that's pretty good. That's like the biggest real rust issue in this vehicle, isn't it?
Yes.
So once that's done, that really, like, the rest of it's trivial, really, in terms of rust.
Small amount of rust on the floor, and a little bit up on the air intake.
Yeah.
But not. This is the most complicated part of any rust repair on this vehicle.
So now, like, you've got to this point doing this rust work, are you happy with the fact that we're just doing this panel and not replacing the whole thing?
Oh yeah, the rest of the panel's okay. I can tidy up all the other bits and pieces quite easily, and the rest of the panel's quite solid.
Yeah.
So not a problem. And it also allows me to modify the front struts here, the support struts, so that we can put an
intercooler in there.
Intercooler for the turbo.
Yeah, so a bit further down the track we'll start building a turbo motor, but we're running out of space for cooling, and the biggest thing is, you know, we need a fairly large intercooler, and we need to fit that somewhere. We can't fit it on the engine side, and we can't really fit it on the exterior. There is really only this little slot here, and so what he's talking about is probably bring this down, you know, follow this line, and then come across.
We've only got to here to work with.
Yeah, so that'll give us, once we've got the front panel, we'll check the clearances, then we can have a look at fitting in or making mounts for an intercooler, and it gives us a nice amount of size then, so we can, the actual core of the intercooler will cover the same area as the radiator in terms of width, and then the tanks can sit out in the end, so we can sort of utilize the air as best as possible. So that's good. We're heading in the right direction. We've done some really awesome work with the fabricating, and once you can start putting that all together, that'll be awesome. And we start looking at other things. But some of the rear has been taken off. Some of the taken off the drums.
I've taken the springs out.
Oh yeah, so springs are out, drums are off. Gonna need to rebuild all of this, obviously.
We need new wheel cylinders. These are rusty and leaking. The drums need sandblasting and skimming. They've just got a little bit of surface rust on the drums, they're in a bag. So
yeah, so we're starting to build up quite a lot of parts that need to be sandblasted, so let's get those to work.
The handbrake cables need to be taken off so that we can now strip out the rest of the suspension.
Cool.
Shock absorbers are reasonably new, and they've got a good feel to them, so I don't think we need to change the shocks.
Yeah. I'll see what it rides like.
Springs have been replaced already.
Yeah, it's got their own springs all the way around.
Although they put one spring in upside down, so it wasn't fitting on the hat properly because it was upside down.
Yeah. Well, that's good. So basically, once the front will start getting done, we've got to pull the glass out all around the car, bumpers, all the little bits and pieces, and then we can start stripping this paint off and fixing the bodywork, going from there. But in saying that, we've also had the seats out. As you've seen in the last episode, we had the seats out from inside the car and sent them off to an upholsterer. So let's go check out what the upholsterer's up to. Alright, we're here at Auto Upholstery and Canvas, and we're going to go look at what's being done to our seats for the 2002. Let's go take a look.
Oh, they look nice.
Yeah.
That was quite a good...
Yeah, this bloody stuff, it's not, when you put a square on it, it doesn't stay at, square.
Nah,
so
that doesn't matter. It looks
but it's
nice.
quite busy, so you're not going to notice it too much.
Yeah, it looks nice.
Just put all the pleats in between the things here.
That looks cool.
Yeah.
It does look nice.
Yeah, I took a punt on the colours.
Yeah, it'll look nice with the silver, because it's going silver.
Yeah,
It'll look really nice with the outside of the car.
Cool.
So see these are your cushions over here. The other ones, they're quite flat too.
That's a back one.
Yeah.
They're all right. Don't worry about them.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
The back ones, I don't care.
No one's going to fit in the back anyway.
Yeah. No one's. They're just for looks in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
No one's going to be sitting in there.
Show you see that black stuff up there? That's the foam I'm going to put in.
For the sides.
Yeah. It's really hard. So what I'll do is I'll cut the right size and I'll just split it in a wedge and use that for each side.
Right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, that'd be nice. Is it a high density foam, is it?
Yeah, really high density. It's
Yeah.
it's harder than bonded foam, so it'll sort of you'll sit in the
Give it
middle.
a bit of an edge.
Yeah.
Because those frames go right.
Yeah, you got something stuck in there.
It's a bit cramped in the other ones. Yeah, because as you can see with the cushions, they all go quite. The wire's right there anyway.
Right.
So that'll hold its shape quite well.
Oh yeah, because there's a hard edge, right?
Yeah.
So you can sit it on top of the.
Yeah, they do that with these ones. Do you want the grey in the middle and the black there?
That's a good question, actually.
Yeah, that is a good question. Or because it has got a shape in it.
Yeah.
Just do it all grey.
I won't do those in the trim foam though, because it won't fit on. They're bloody horrible things to put on, eh? So it's got to be quite thin, just to stretch on.
They're the same width as the middle bit, aren't they?
Yeah. There's a bit grease there. Is it wet? Yeah, it's a bit greased. Oh no, that's front seats, eh? Yeah.
Yeah, so they're going to be. Well, then should we just do them in silver?
Do the whole
Black
lot.
ends.
Yeah.
And silver in the middle.
Yeah, because those there might go out of shape.
Oh, when it molds around.
Direction, yeah. It's like doing a boat in stripes when you go around corner all the stripes go all higgledy-piggledy and they all go into each other, so it might
be just black.
Yeah, well that's all infatuated anyway, so yeah.
Unless would you think you'd be okay doing it in the middle in silver?
Yeah, I can do
possibly,
that.
and
Yeah,
because this is like quite a compound curve, and that's where you're talking about it would pinch, or
no, what I'm just saying is because these have got little didders all the way around.
Yeah.
When you cut in, it's just gonna take it all. Yeah.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
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 I mean,
what do you reckon?
It doesn't matter either way. I can do it. Do whatever you like.
Try and keep to the same sort of pattern. Yeah, just
Okay.
do the black on there and see if it will.
All right. So
It doesn't matter that it cuts those off. It makes no difference.
Yeah.
I mean, even these little squares get cut off as they go across. I don't think it will
You
make
never
any
line those
difference.
buggers up.
No, as I say, I don't think it will matter.
Okay.
That's nice.
Did you like that?
Yep.
Good.
Good choice.
Because he had no idea what I picked.
No choice now.
No, exactly. Yeah,
It's going.
It's done. This thing is really starting to come together with the seats and stuff. I'm starting to feel like the car's actually got a bit of momentum. We've got things happening. So we've still got a lot of stuff to do on the bodywork and all the hard parts, all the running gear, and build a new motor. So there's lots to come. So hit that like button. Please subscribe and follow along. Ask any questions. Please post any advice that you might have if you've been building one of these. And we'll see you in the next one. Thank you.